All right, we are back again. Week 3 of the NFL coming up. I got to do my picks right now. My top 5 locks. 2 and 3 last week. Very disappointing. Very disappointing week. I was let down by the same mishap that happened to Greg. The Detroit Lions doing the backdoor backdoor cover. When the game is lost, they throw up a fluke touchdown at the end and cover against Philly. That really cost us our 500 weeks.
They were down by 21 halfway through the fourth quarter.
Philly just
and covered 7. Covered 6. I mean, they only lost by 3.
And Tennessee gave me no chance at all. They just came out and bricked it against Pittsburgh, and then Carolina came out and was a brick against the Bucs. So this week, I am taking my vengeance out on Carolina for screwing me last week, and I'm picking against them this week. They're getting 3 against the Bengals. I like the Bengals -3. The same pick, Greg and Tony also picked it, so all 3 of us have this game for a million reasons. Cincinnati's defense suddenly was unbelievably impressive against the Ravens last week. Turnovers all over the place. Rookie quarterback, that combination, we've been down that road. Carolina, they really, as good of a reputation as they've had as a running team, they're only middle of the pack right now running the ball. They're 28th ranked offense overall.
Cannot run the ball. Amazingly enough, with 97 yards combined for Stewart and Williams last week against the Bucs.
Under 4 yards a carry both games.
Unbelievable.
So far. So they look, honestly, to me, like they might be the worst team in the whole league.
Really?
They might be the worst team in the league. They're that bad. I thought after week 1, I'm like, man, look how good the Giants look. Wrong. Carolina's that bad. Which is kind of a letdown for me as a Giants
I don't think they hold
fan.
a candle to Buffalo, though, for the worst team in the league.
I don't know.
Buffalo has absolutely nothing going. They don't do a single thing well.
Carolina
at least has
Arizona.
Arizona won a game. Arizona's won a game. You got to at least take that.
Okay, we'll take that. All right.
They're still down there, though.
They're still horrible.
They got blown out in one game, 41-7, and then won their other game.
Yeah, against the Raiders.
Rams.
Yeah, sorry.
They're about to play the Raiders. They might be 2-1. Either way,
might be probably is the next worst.
Either way,
I you know what? Thinking on it, Carolina might be the worst in the league. Buffalo is probably the worst.
Here's the thing for me. I have not watched a lot of the Buffalo game yet. I'm talking eye test. I've seen a lot of Carolina, and they're really bad.
They are really bad.
It's only week 2. I haven't got a chance to really see all these bad teams.
Where is that offensive line for Carolina?
Anytime you play the Bucs and everyone after the game is saying, "Wow, Josh Freeman looks like a really good quarterback," I mean, your team is bad. I'm sorry, no, it's no offense to Josh Freeman, but I didn't even realize that because after watching the game, I said to myself, "Oh, Josh Freeman," or even to other people, "Josh Freeman looked really good today." And then I sat there to myself and said, "What am I saying? Carolina must really suck."
Moving on.
We just took up half the time with that one game. Well, I got San Fran.
A lot of these are repeats.
Yeah, there are a lot of repeats. San Fran -3 at Kansas City. San Fran, one thing they have going for them is they're in the NFC West. So the 0-2 start, they're not. If they were in any other division, they should be panicking right now. Oh my God, we were picked to win the division, but we're 0-2. But they're 8-8 might be good enough to take that thing down.
Sure.
So I think they're going to get this W against Kansas City. Singletary will not let them. He will not have them come out flat in this game. You don't want to start 0-3. Then even in the NFC West, you start worrying. And I think what Kansas City has done so far is a lot of. I don't want to take anything away from them. You got to make plays to win in the NFL, but it's been smoke and mirrors to me for the Chiefs.
Well, it is because it's all been on special teams and defense. Their offenses has done
Which is good. If you can hang your hat on special teams and defense, though, that goes a long way.
Yeah. I mean, if you're Virginia Tech and you're playing the ACC in 2005, you can hang your hat on that. But you know what? You're in the NFL, bro. To win ball games, you cannot just rely on.
I think Patrick Willis is going to blow up and be all over the field making plays in this one, and I think it's going to be a low-scoring game.
Best linebacker in the game.
14-7. 49ers. I was tempted to take the under in this game because I think it's going to be so low scoring.
I disagree. I think Alex Smith passes all over the field on this team.
Really?
Looked good against New Orleans. And those were passing situations where Alex Smith was passing the ball well against New Orleans. And those are situations that New Orleans eats alive. When they know you're passing, New Orleans has a good pass rush and some good corners. They only struggle against the run. Their pass defense is good. Kansas City got passed on more than anyone else in the league last year. Tennessee. But KC was right up there. Their pass defense is not good. I think Crabtree and Vernon Davis flex this game.
All right.
You said high scoring. I say 14-7. Either way, my pick is...
I think it's a blowout.
My pick is the Niners. So, okay, good. I hope it is a blowout.
Don't think Kansas City's defense is as good as... don't read into that too much because they played Cleveland and a game in the rain against San Diego.
San Francisco has turned the ball over a lot, which is the only thing that's keeping me from saying that San Francisco is going to blow them out. And I know how turnover-prone Alex Smith is. And he's capable of having a complete meltdown, of turning the ball over all over the field.
It happened twice last year. We all saw it.
Yeah.
You got to be coming into this game with a lot of confidence.
I gotta get through these next three in a minute apiece. Over 47 in the Dallas-Houston game. I'm surprised no one else liked this.
It's a huge number.
It's a huge number. The Texans have given up 859 passing yards to McNabb and Peyton Manning. What do you think Romo's going to do? Romo's just thinking like 5 bills right now.
I was talking to someone today, and he was telling me that he was starting. He told me he was starting Michael Vick over Tony Romo this week for fantasy, and I'm like, "Did you see who Tony Romo's playing this week?" And he's like, "Yeah, they're playing the Texans." I'm like, "Have you seen what people have been doing against the Texans? They're just throwing the ball at will. It's ridiculous."
I like the over though. I mean that was one number that definitely jumped out at me. Was that over right there?
People are talking about the Texans as a Super Bowl contender now. Give me a break. You're giving up 400-something yards a game passing.
No, they need to improve that secondary badly. If they improve the secondary, they have the front four to do it.
The Cowboys have just not gotten the ball into the end zone first couple games. They're going to get this is the game the Cowboys start getting the ball.
But that was also their problem last year was red zone offense, man. They suck in the red zone. I don't get it. How do you drive down there and then suck in the red zone?
Different world down there for the Cowboys. All right, Miami. -2 against the Jets. I think this is the only one that no one else had. No Chris Jenkins. No Darrell Reeves.
No, I did not.
No Chris Jenkins, no Darrell Reeves. The Jets, they got away with one last week against New England with no Chris Jenkins because New England is not a team that's going to run the ball up the gut against you and take advantage of no Chris Jenkins. But Miami, on the other hand, will do that. They're going to try to bust the Jets up the middle with Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams, and then they're going to try to play off of that enough with Brandon Marshall. Cromartie's going to have to take care of Brandon Marshall with Revis out. That might open some things up for Miami.
Miami also owns the Jets at home. I don't know if you guys remember last year, but Ted Ginn with a kick return and a punt return for a touchdown in the same quarter at home against the Jets last year.
I cannot say enough about the way Chad Henne just organizes
the game. He manages the game. I hate saying that about quarterbacks.
But it's true.
Everyone says it.
But it's what he does.
Right. No, I like the Dolphins in this, and it's a big game mentally for the Dolphins to establish themselves as a contender.
3-0.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to win a division. This is a big division game.
So Miami goes 3-0 against the Jets, laying 2, and Baltimore -10.5 against Cleveland is my 5th pick. We've already gone over this game. Robbie also picked it. Baltimore's beaten up Cleveland the last 4 times that they've played, and I expect that to be no different tomorrow. I think Ray Rice gets going in the passing game in this one. I think you're going to say Ray Rice get a big play in the passing game and possibly have a touchdown there for your fantasy players out there. All right, 10 seconds to recap this. San Fran -3, Cincinnati -3, over 47 Dallas, Houston, Miami -2 against the Jets, Baltimore -10.5 against Cleveland. 2 and 3 last week. I'm going over 500 this week.
All 4 of us picked San Fran, by the way, so that's a lot.
I did not pick San Fran.